A letter from the infamous Samnail Evergrace. Writing requires a certain degree of arrogance. To think that you've got something to say that's worth reading, that's folly. History will forget you. No deed you've done is worth the mention. No tale of yours could ever stand to the legends and histories of those better than you. What could you offer the world in your testimony that's worth someone else spending time reading it? I figure giving voice to words when you're already dead requires some new, never-heard-of level of arrogance. Some new category of hubris hostile to all the gods. Well, what's the worst they can do now? Kill me? But the gods are wrong, as they so often are. Putting down words isn't born of pride. It's born of hope. Hope that someone out there feels a way about a thing, themselves, the world, the same way that you do. Hope that they'll find your words, be they separated by a day, a year, a lifetime, and marvel that someone feels the same way they do. The feelings that you kept secret and quiet, right there on the page for anyone who has eyes to read. And in reading those words, feel some sense of hope themselves, maybe courage, that they'll have words of their own to share someday. And if that's pride, then I pray the gods take offense. I pray that I am struck down for all to see in some great conflagration that marks my passing. Here lies Samnail, too proud to live, prouder still in death. A life worth remembering, a death worth putting to paper. I can hear you listening. I know the gods have wronged you like they've wronged me. I crawled my way back to life to tell you this. You will survive. You will live to tell your story. Share it with me wherever you are. Share that part of yourself that the gods are desperate to silence.
When last we saw Nikolaj nose deep in a big book about construction and people doing work, but maybe not necessarily as coordinated as we needed to be in order to get these things shipshape before they never get here.
It's one of those, like, if you have time to lean, you have time to clean moments where
Yeah.
we're doing aimless prep work.
Yeah. Somehow both leaning and cleaning at the same time. Just terrific stuff. Kris, what do we think we see Nikolaj doing now to try and get the show on the road?
I'm trying to, because you said I have to use a different different action each time.
That is correct. You can't use research again.
Mm-hmm. Shame it didn't roll higher. I'm looking at the points he has. I'm
He's got specific skills.
Uh-huh. Okay, so let me know if this isn't too silly, but like realizing that other people aren't reading my mind and just like, can't see my vision of what should be happening. So I kind of have to like tell people and show people, like, I don't think Nikolaj is used to like deploying people like that. So now is like making up for it too much in the other direction by kind of like trying to be everywhere and like check on everyone doing everything at all of the places.
Mm-hmm.
And so he's using maneuver for that.
Oh, excellent. Like getting up on the rafters,
like he's got to climb up here, and then he's got to like go over there, and then got to like sidle in this one like kind of hard to get spot that like someone small went to get to.
Yeah,
making sure like, oh, what's that? You need this tool over there. I'll run it over to you. Is like making up for it, overcompensating in the opposite direction.
Yeah, 100%. I love that.
I love the idea of this place being like really hard to maneuver on the inside because there's just like a bunch of shit everywhere and it's like kind of decrepit. And like, even though Felix has been like sitting here for 60 years, he hasn't prepared it for us.
Yeah, it's a lot of fortress.
No, but they absolutely know like, oh yeah, that's been there forever. Oh yeah, I've never been able to figure out what's under there. So heavy.
Mind your step there. The ground is crumbling. Felix is in the background like, oh yeah. Oh, those stones.
It takes me back.
Uh-huh. Let me tell you about these stones. And then just like wanders off.
Love it. Big Mr. Magoo energy. Where's all my Magoo heads out? Do the teens out there know about Mr. Magoo these days?
Is that pay you $1 for Tuesday for a hamburger today?
No, that's Wembley.
Oh, never mind.
Who would win in a fight between Mr. Magoo and Mr. Bean?
Let's leave it up to the dice.
Okay, I am familiar with the Leslie Nielsen movie, but only via like trailers from other VHS movies. I was watching it in like 1999.
That's fair.
Shout out to Richie Rich.
Are we describing what all of the stags are doing before we do the roll?
Oh, yeah.
If you've got something to describe, go ahead and go. I'm not going to require everyone to do it in honor of expediency, but yeah, if you've got a scene, or not a scene, but like an image.
I really like the idea of maybe Nikolaj deciding that one of the like side gates isn't really going to be necessary for us, so we might as well just like block it off completely and like taking like chunks of a big like stone statue that is like broken and crumpled and like shoveling all of the debris from one side of the room to the other side of the room where the door is, and then like trying to like figure out how to like hoist this broken statue across the room.
Nice.
I think Zexabadzar has a big hammer and is like smashing up the stone under the door so they can like pour a better foundation beneath.
Nice.
Ooh, that's clever.
Isau's stirring concrete.
Love it.
Vic York's just shoveling.
I think Karan is like the thing last time. They were kind of just like, I'm just gonna go get in the walls. I'm gonna go see what's up where. I think I picture you're still kind of doing that, just being like, being a reason like Nikolaj having to be like, where is Karan? Where did he go? And then just like a shout from like that's like muffled by like layers of rocks, just like, I'm over here.
Head emerges from a loose brick in the ceiling.
Well, I'm Kermit the Frog. Sorry.
What the fuck?
It's just this voice sounded a little bit Kermit-y, and then I could only imagine that Karan was just Kermit. Karan the Frog.
Very good. Very good. Yeah. Reinforce the gates, except they're all Muppets and Nikolaj is the only human.
Yes!
It's time to get things started.
It's time to make the gate.
That surely is the cue to roll. I believe you're rolling 3d6.
Right. Yes.
Thanks to Mal helping out.
Ooh. There's a 4.
There's a 4.
Wow.
Yeah, 4 ticks it up 2 more.
All right, 4 out of 10.
Mm-hmm.
Looks that way, yeah.
Fuck, whoop. is this only going to be for like 4 rolls?
Should be.
We had one before we did any mission, and then assumably we do one after each, so it's 5 rolls. So we're on track.
I think it's just one before each of the other missions, so I think it's only 4.
Oh,
Yes.
well, never mind. We're not on track.
Yeah.
Not ideal.
If you want to start thinking about asking for devil's bargains or using your augur powers in creative ways.
Actually.
Uh-huh.
Well, dip. So I have weave. Should I use weave now or just use it later?
Tell me how weave works.
Weave is... Where is this thing? There we go. Weave is an action that augurs specialize and train in. Unlike most actions, it's not rolled, but its rating determines its use's permission. Whenever any player rolls dice, after you've seen the results, but before they take effect, you can spend a point of weave. You can spend stress 1 for 1 to let that player re-roll that many dice from the pool. And describe how you intercede.
Mm-hmm. Nikolaj only has 1 stress, so you got stress to burn.
But I also only have 1 weave, so it's like if I use it now, I can't use it later.
That is true.
And also, if we're doing the rule where you can't use the same action twice, we've already used Nikolaj's 2 best actions.
This is true. Maybe I'll save it for the next roll because that one is, 2, probably maybe 3 dice with devil's bargains, and then if Avery decides to be rude, then
Sure.
I may change fate, as it were.
Well, if Avery gives us like 1, 1, 2, 3, then just spend 3 stress to roll 3 more chances to get a 6.
Yeah, exactly. I'll just save it for then because this is technically a success, and Avery loves to deny me successes. So
yeah, because this has a 50-50 shot of getting worse. Or no, not 50-50.
No, I would keep the 4 and just re-roll the 2 3s. But anyway, that's a conversation for next time. Onward.
Yeah.
Okay. In which case, we're going to move on to Gavin. Would you please read Assemble the Anti-Siege Weapons in Mission Briefs?
Okay. Assemble the anti-siege defenses. Supply mission. There's equipment in place to protect against the siege, but they're positioned on the cliffs and they're out of repair. Get your munitions to the cliff, take possessions of them, and get them in working order. A 6-step clock, get to the cliffside positions, and an 8-step clock, get the anti-siege defenses in working order.
Commander, you may ask the GM questions based on current intel. You have 4 questions remaining.
Yes, indeed. So I was looking at a question from the 2 or more intel list here. I was torn between 2, so I'm going to just read out which ones those are because I would like input. But it was, what's the main weakness of the undead's position on this mission? Or which way are the broken moving? Mostly to get an idea of which way they're going to be coming at us. Because I figure if we're just up in the mountains, they got those flying snakes. But I don't know if those are going to be here. So I was between those 2 thoughts.
I think the direction the Never is coming from to even figure out if we need to engage them at all on this mission, I think that makes a lot of sense.
Is there a question that's what sort of threats can we expect?
I think I asked last time what's the highest threat that we can expect on these missions, which was 5 because of not Draknor. What's a challenge we might face on this mission? And which Broken's troops do we expect to face on these missions? But that's on these missions, so I don't know if that would get broken down piece by piece, or it's just this is the final thing. They're all here.
No, if you ask about this mission, I'll answer it about this mission.
Oh. I do have 4 questions left, so maybe I spend 2 of them here.
Maybe.
Okay, I'm going to go with which way are the broken moving? Do you want me to ask them one at a time?
Yes, please.
Okay, so the first one is from the 2 intel list. Which way are the broken moving? Oh, which way are the broken moving? Okay, hang on. Wait a minute.
Uh-huh. You might know the answer to that one already.
Yeah. Okay, then maybe not that one here. What's the main weakness of the undead's position on this mission?
That's your question?
That's one of them.
Okay. The main weakness of the undead's position is on this mission, that is that they are primarily an enormous infantry force. They have some what you could call artillery pieces in terms of like grafted, some cavalry, I guess you could call the Embers, but they don't have a whole lot in the way of troops that can move across this kind of terrain very well. This is part of what makes Skydagger such a appealing place to hold out against them, is that these great heights are difficult for them to traverse. Like you said, they do have the flying Neros, the great winged serpents, and it's not unreasonable to think that at least one of them might be patrolling. But even if they were there, they'd be hard pressed to land. You know what I mean? It would be it would be tricky for them to come at you from any direction other than through the ground itself, which they can do, but you probably wouldn't expect encounter like a whole squad in the way that you might expect to.
Okay, I think I'm also going to ask what's a challenge we might face on this mission from the 1 intel list.
Okay. People haven't been here in a long time, and that's obvious here at Skydagger. Felix has been here, and Felix has shown you around the fortress itself. Felix has not made the trip up to the cliffs. Any kind of path that there used to be up that way is going to be not merely snowed over, but probably like collapsed or buried. It is going to be straight up mountaineering between here and there. And once you're up there, it is probably going to be pretty darn cold, and it's going to be pretty darn windy.
I think that is it for questions. Thank you.
Thank you. Marshall, tell us who's going on this mission.
All right. We got Kayo leading the Ember Wolves. And on the Ember Wolves, we've got Obik. We've got Bowie. We've got Yvan. And then 2 rookies.
Is it Yvan or Yvan?
Oh,
I think we've been saying Bowie.
I've always thought it was Yvan.
I thought it was Yvan, but
Oh no. Who made them? Who named them? Was that a Gavin?
That was Gavin.
I think it would have been Gavin
did this.
'cause-
Okay,
Yeah.
then we're going with
So I feel
Yvan
bad
then,
about
I think.
Yep. I think you're right. Yvan, Born of Umber. Excellent. Well, speaking of which, who's playing who here?
I'm playing Kayo.
I'm playing Obik.
I'm playing Bowie.
And I'm playing Yvan.
Tell me, what load are you taking?
I'm going normal because I don't want to be super slowed down by heavy load.
I'm definitely going normal because Bowie has the Lightfoot Oileander trait, which makes him fast and quiet in normal load. So he's going to be quick on the feet.
Are we going to need winter? We're probably going to need winter clothing.
Oh, I already checked it.
This is outside, right? Yeah.
Yup.
Sure is. Outside, real high up. If someone could bring a climbing kit, that would be delightful.
I'm bringing a climbing kit.
Excellent.
I can bring a fine climbing kit.
Ooh.
Or a fine different kit.
Do that, please. I can
Repair?
bring a wrecking. Repair is also good.
Repair
Would a
kit would
fine
be really
repair
good.
kit
Yeah.
be better than a fine climbing kit? Yeah.
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 That clock is larger.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I can bring a wrecking kit going to be useful here?
Maybe. Might need to get rid of some debris first.
It's true.
While we figure that out, Yvan is going to go light as well.
Mm-hmm.
There's no benefit to them going normal.
Sure.
And they're taking a climbing kit and winter clothing.
What's the supply mission
I think it's food.
engagement roll?
Yeah.
Is it food?
It is food,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so then
we
we
got
would
plenty
get
of food.
supplies for free. I think that's how that works.
Oh, sick.
Not that it matters very much.
Is there anything we can do about Never if we run into Never?
Fight them? Yeah, my plan as it exists so far as it exists now is we just try to like outgun them there by like moving quicker and being able to like climb and get into smaller pads and stuff because they're like this massive force and we're like 6 people. So we just like gun it there. Kayo like keeps everyone alive on the way up if we get attacked, and then once we get there, everybody fend them off so that anybody who's got rig can put these siege weapons back together.
I'm just trying to figure out what my second utility should be spent on then.
I'm picking up oil, but I don't have a room for a soldier's kit.
Here's a question. Do you think this crew is supposed to stay there and use these siege weapons?
That's a good
Yes.
point.
Because they would presumably
Yeah.
have to, like, stay there and defend the position, right? They're just like,
Yeah. So then
Yeah.
supplies or a soldier's kit is probably very
Well,
helpful.
food will give us supplies.
yeah, I think food already kind of covers that in that way. I just had only just put that together.
In that case, I think I will instead go normal so I can bring in cooking kit and fresh food. I don't have the ability
Nice.
for it, but just for narrative reasons.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
did that.
Okay, I think I'm going to bring a medic kit then.
Medic
like
kits
that.
are mostly useless.
Oh, okay.
They're only good for resisting consequences around like infectious wounds and stuff.
Yeah.
How about a shield maybe? Because Bowie's good at
Sure.
resisting stuff.
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
Shield or a soldier's kit would be nice.
Yeah, because soldier's kit has like bedrolls and lanterns and
Rookies
flint and
bring soldier kits for free.
Oh,
There
well,
you go.
So
We'd never mind
I
that.
have one and so does Bowie.
Oh, yeah. Look at that.
Gorgeous.
Okay.
Okay. Delightful.
you can carry my mat. My sleeping mat.
Yes, sir.
That's
Okay.
Captain. Drama Gibby 10.
Hold on, you're not captain. Kayo's captain.
Or
Obik
that's-
says that Kayo just sort of like leans too heavily on his shoulder, like, what did I tell you about doing that?
Right. Mhm.
Don't stress them out before we even leave.
Is Obik going to become the next Lance now?
No, I'm just being fresh.
Okay.
Gavin
No.
am being fresh.
Okay. It just has a little bit of a, what was his name? Who is Lance Jr. again?
Thar.
Thar, yeah. 'Cause that was a little bit of a Thar energy there.
Uh,
No, Thar would have meant it. All right,
Thar,
everybody.
Thar wouldn't have backed out. Yeah, that's true.
Everybody good to go?
Yeah.
Yep.
I think so.
Alrighty.
In which case, I think it's time for an engagement roll.
Is everyone on the mission oathsworn to the Legion?
Yes.
Did the commander spend one intel to get you advance information?
No.
Is everyone on this mission a specialist or soldier? No. Does anyone on the mission distrust or disrespect the leadership enough to disobey orders? No. Are required specialists not assigned to the mission? We got a heavy.
Yep.
So, okay, cool. That would have been a -1 die, so we're still at 1 die. And then for supply mission, specific questions. Did the quartermaster equip the mission with food?
Yes.
Cool. 2 dice. Is the current pressure higher than 2? No. And then special rule from our good friend Ruin, the Ever-Rotting,
Oh, God damn.
stymieing the Legion's efforts, take -1 die. So that brings us down to 1.
About that.
So we are down to 1 die for our engagement roll.
Please be nice.
2.
Nope.
2.
Let's go.
Damn.
Shouldn't have asked.
You have your orders. You have your gear. There's no time to wait. But there is a storm. And it is big and it is loud and it is obstructing your way. You already had a tough challenge trying to figure out how to get there. You have a general idea of where it is that this encampment is. But you don't know how to get there safely. And it's going to be a desperate climb. What do you do?
Does anybody on this squad have scout?
Yes, I have 1.
I think I also have one. Yes.
It might be worth doing a scout first before trying to maneuver, or else we just walk into the storm, and that seems like a bad idea. I'm gonna I'm gonna have okay. So both Obik and our two named rookies, our two played rookies at least, have some scout. Kayo does not. This is fine.
Does Kyle just want to send out the lads as a group scout, or?
Yeah, I think y'all scout a bit ahead to get an idea of like where we go, which is a safe path because it's hard to see and walk anywhere safely in this storm. And Kyle will like bring up the rear behind you, making sure that like nothing sneaks up on you, at least from behind, because that's one direction they can protect from.
Yeah. I imagine you also have like either big backpacks or maybe even a sled or a sledge full of like the munitions that you're supposed to be bringing to this place.
Is this a setup action mechanically for trying to tick the first clock?
Would it make a maneuver easier?
It would. I would also just let this tick the clock on its own. So it's your call.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, let's just tick that clock.
Okay. Who's leading this group action?
I think Kayo would probably like tell this to Obik, right? Just like as we're setting out, and it's just like, oh, there's very clearly a storm, right? Because like Kayo and Obik grew up in mountains. I don't know if they were as snowy as this, but they have to have
certainly
probably
at some part of the year.
Yeah, like they've probably had to make their way to or from somewhere in just awful weather at some point.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so I feel like Kayo just sort of like looks at Obik, just like, take the rookies, scout ahead. Me and the others will bring up the rear, make sure nothing sneaks up on the three of you.
Bowie is like an island farm boy, so he's like, oh, fuck.
On it, Captain.
It'll be just like old times.
Oh my god, that's a 1 and a 1 so far.
Going well.
What? Oh.
Come on, Obik.
That's a 5.
There we go.
Nice.
That's a 5.
I was thinking of cheating and like pushing myself or something, but
What would that be cheating?
because y'all already rolled.
By the way, we haven't physically described Bowie, but I think Bowie has a red mohawk that looks like it's made of wheat.
Ooh, cool.
And big blue eyes.
Into it. So what was our final result there?
5.
5. Okay.
Thanks to Obik. Yvan and Bowie not really contributing much here.
Still get to mark XP. Still does.
Oh, yeah, true. Oh, no, that means there's a desperate consequence.
Yep.
I imagine this looks like Obik. They're all tied together, but it's more like those like LA dog walkers with like 40 dogs like taped, like strapped to their belt.
One of them's backflipping.
And it was just the three of you. None of the other the other unplayed rookies are back with Kayo. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, first,
Does it make more sense? I feel like it makes more sense to keep the other rookies back.
Yes. Otherwise, they're about to die.
Oh, right.
Yeah, something like that. Okay. Yeah, I think you find what amounts to a relatively safe path, but it is extremely narrow, and you discover that because someone walks off the edge. Who is it that rolled? Let me see. Oh, both of you rolled 1s. That's awful.
Yeah, it's great.
Yep, I took 2 stress.
I can resist. You can have it be me.
I can resist too. I have 5 dice for prowess rolls.
Walks off the edge, backflips back on.
Yeah.
Let's roll. Let's leave it to fortune.
Oh no.
1 through 3, it's Yvan. 4 through 6, it's Bowie. Nope.
It's exclamation point.
It is. Sorry, I don't usually roll dice. 6.
That's Bowie. Okay.
Bowie.
Why is Brendan rolling the 6s?
Yeah, that's rude, honestly. You should have thought about that.
I apologize sincerely, but also you fall off the edge. But you're tied. You're tied so you don't plummet. I guess you pull whoever else is there like to the edge, but you're going to take the level 3 harm. What's worse than concussed?
Doesn't matter what it is because I'm going to resist it.
Yeah.
Broken arm.
Broken
Dead weight.
skull. Level 3 harm, broken skull.
Cracked skull.
Cracked
Oh, boy.
skull, yeah.
Okay. Well, I have 5 dice for prowess resist, so I think I'm going to try to
Sure.
backflip my way out of this.
Show me what you got. This will reduce it down to 1.
Not backflip, but, be acrobatic
Yeah.
out of this.
Use the sands of time to make it so you never fall off the edge.
It's 1 stress for Bowie.
Yeah, there's a 5.
It's a 1, a 4, a 2, a 5, and a 2. I've raised Fee and Rook and Rue to me right now with these 1s and 2s, but at least there's a 5 in there to
Cushion the blow.
You just spin, grab the edge, wind up grazing your head on the way down.
I land onto like a branch that's hanging off of like a tree that's like sticking sideways out of the cliff, and do a little like Olympics bar routine.
Nice. You still hit your head though. Take the level 1 harm, rattled.
Okay. I think Kayo and the other rookies catch up, and now we're going to maneuver the hell ahead. I can lead this one.
Okay.
I think everyone's got all right maneuver. I can lead this one, that's fine. So this is still, desperate standard?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Okie doke.
1 success.
Oh my god, 2 and a 3.
Okay, so
fail.
I take 1 stress.
Yeah.
And we're at a 4.
Bowie's not
Avery
comfortable
is
when we're not backflipping.
Yeah. Being in the mountain is really rough for them. They're not used to the cold.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are not used to the cold. So yeah, you begin to make progress. You keep everyone in a straight line. You keep them on the path. Continue on your way. You're probably all lashed together. But one of them just winds up loose somehow and is going to wind up getting lost in the storm.
Oh dear. Can I protect them?
Yeah. Tell me how you do that.
Because Obik has the 2 tied to him. Kayo has the 2 tied to them.
Mm-hmm.
Just meet back up, and I think it's about maybe Kayo just as we're climbing every now and then just keeping hands on those ropes, checking them for have they gone slack, have they gone slack, have they gone slack, because I refuse to lose anyone out here.
Yeah. Is that insight?
Yeah, I think that is insight though.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm protecting a squad mate, so I get +1 dice to resist.
You do.
Huzzah. Okay, so that's 3d6. What? There's a 5. I take no stress.
You take no stress. Yeah, you find, I think it was Mustang. Mustang somehow got lost, off leash, basically. And so isn't lost anymore. I think does take the level 1 harm, bewildered.
Yeah, I probably feel that rope go slack, and I'm just oh no, I'm looking around frantically, and I just see a little bit of a jacket or a bag or something heading in the wrong direction. I just reach out and grab and pull them back.
As you begin to crest a part of the path, 2 things happen. One is that your visibility starts to get a little bit better. You're able to see some of the sky. It's still cold, it still stings like hell, but you can sort of see where you're going. However, you can see that there are Neros patrolling the skies. That they are not landing, and it's not clear necessarily if they are looking for you in particular, but they are definitely in the wind. What do you do?
Does anybody have research? It would be nice to know what particularly they're doing up here, if they are waiting for us, if they're waiting for someone else, if they're just hanging out, and if so, how we could get around them.
I have 0 research.
I don't think anybody has
I don't think
research.
Bowie's ever read a book.
I think I have 1 research.
Ivan has a research.
Yeah, I've got 1. But I mean, we could also just keep on maneuvering.
This is true. I'm just worried if we're just out in the open, because my plan was we get up there and then everybody fend off whatever the fuck comes up while whoever can rigs. So the more stuff we can avoid getting there, or the longer we can avoid having to fight things, the more people can help us putting the stuff back together, right?
Sure. So
Yeah.
the dice will decide that.
Yeah, that's the hope anyway.
To spell it out, I think moving forward without doing something in reaction to the Neros or to try and divert them in some way, if you maneuver, it's going to be limited.
Sure.
Yeah.
We could scout, though, right?
Sure. I don't know if that would get you. Does Scout let you sneak? I can't remember how we've ruled that.
Yes, that's one of the main things Scout does. It's
That is
proud.
right. Yeah. Yeah, you could scout in order to sneak your way there.
Okay. Maybe this is a scout setup for another group maneuver.
Yeah, you could absolutely do that.
I think we could just group scout, though.
You could. You could also do that.
Does everyone have
We could be
Scout?
faster.
I
have one
have no
die.
scout, is my concern.
It's fine. Even rolling 2d6, take the lower is better with a whole bunch of other dice also being rolled. As long as somebody can take some stress.
Who
Yeah.
here has Scout? I have Scout.
Me.
I think the three
I
of
have
you
one.
have one scout, I have none.
All right, that should be good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who's leading?
I mean, I'm fine too.
Okay.
How does
Although, I
Kayo
don't
lead
know.
being a scout?
Yeah, that's I was just I'm fine too stress-wise, but then I was but I'm bad at this. That actually doesn't make any sense.
Stomp.
I could take over for a second.
Stomp.
Yeah, okay. if Obik doesn't mind, I'd appreciate it.
Probably something looks like trying to find a natural ridge, and I'm gonna say that our winter clothing is white, and just trying to blend in with the snow around us without leaving a trail. So we're all
Right.
stepping in each other's footsteps, sort of deal.
Okay.
Should I push myself? What's a devil's bargain here? Oh dear.
Devil's bargain. That's a good question.
Ivan's going to push himself or themselves. Or no, it's both. There's a 6.
Nice.
That's another 2 from Bowie. Oh my god.
Oh man.
Bowie's having a really bad time.
Well, I guess you're not obliged to take a devil's bargain at this point. I guess maybe
I mean, I guess so. Apologies in advance for more.
it's all right.
Group.
This is still desperate, right?
Yup.
Yep. Yeah, this is desperate standard.
Yeah, there's a 3.
Okay.
Apologies.
I'm 2 stress away from dying.
Yeah.
Wait. Oh, that's a 2.
Yeah, because it's take
Oh,
lower.
I'm
Oh.
1 stress away from dying.
Sorry, Chris. I thought that was a 6, and so that's why I didn't give you a devil's bargain. I was like,
No, mine was a 6.
Matthews is a 6,
Mine is
but
a six.
mine is a
6.
3.
Okay.
We're good.
Okay, so it's a complete success, just a lot of stress.
Correct.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Great. Tell me what that looks
How's-
like.
Yeah, how's Obik when we get to the top?
Well, last downtime I described them as very jittery and having that panic breathing thing going on. That's back.
Oh.
Except now we're in the middle of a dangerous. We're out in the field instead of in our tents.
Also at high elevation, and every big breath that you take is getting you less in return.
Yep. Yeah, there's something very interesting about Obik and Kayo having just had that conversation about protecting people. And all of a sudden it's all on Obik to be the person with the plan. Or not with the plan, but to do the darn thing, right?
Yeah. But, we've been going back and forth on it. It's just that Obik is now spent.
Right.
Yeah.
Spent way earlier than anybody expected.
Mm-hmm. Right. But you were keeping people from being seen, right? Because it was about being stealthy.
Yes.
And I think we like get up here, to wherever we're stopping, and like Obik is breathing heavy like that, and Kayo is just trying to like help him calm down, which I don't know how much that helps because the situation is stressful. It's not like, hey, just like breathe deep, you're fine. It's like, that's a lie. I don't think Kayo would say like, hey, it's fine. Shoo, there's nothing to worry about. There's a lot to worry about. But like Kayo is just sort of like being there to remind him like, I will not let you die here.
Oh, good. Now he can die here. Death flag, death flag, death flag.
Love it.
Can I pitch one thing before we move on? Sorry, I don't want to slow us down. I'll be fast.
Yeah, of course.
I think that Yvan, I didn't say it into a mic, but I think that Yvan kind of looks like a goth NB Markhor, which is the national animal, I guess, of Pakistan. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I think that they're like this Pakistani goth NB with like cool twirling horns off the top of their head. And so I think that the 6 here was, while Obik was getting people to like not be seen by Neros, like Yvan was actually taking sort of the lead on the climb.
Awesome.
Channeling their gender.
Exactly. The shadow gender.
Love that. I don't want to like paint Bowie as like a bumbling idiot, but like I don't know how to keep describing him just having such a bad time and like not
extremely out of his element. This is like it's cold, it's all vertical surfaces. Mm-hmm. It's windy, there's snow in your face and eyes and everywhere.
There's no
like
breaks.
Bad. No.
I imagine like when he's like in the Ilions, he's like fucking Rufio. He's like fucking cool and doing flips and shit. But like up here, he's like useless.
It's like, some people thrive in the cold and some people thrive in not cold, in the heat.
I thrive on an island.
Well, sadly, we're not on an island.
No.
We've made it to the cliff where there are a number of anti-siege weapons set up, looking out over the valley below. And they are in various states of disrepair. A number of them are also just sort of encased in ice. Except for one of them. One seems to have been pretty recently broken out and is wrapped in roots.
Oh, I don't like that.
It's a fucking trap.
I have oil.
Do we need to repair all of these?
We just need to fill the clock.
Yeah, but I'm wondering, like, if the oil just catches, if, we're setting these roots on fire, and then, because it looks like these are made of wood, the rest of the thing catches fire, is that going to be like, we fail?
I think it's reasonable to think that, like, you get here and, some of them are just not in a state to be used anymore. I think that's a reasonable expectation for finding Skydagger Keep in the condition that you did, right? So I don't think it's the case that like, oh, well, you let too many of these things take damage, so you have to reload from your checkpoint or anything like that. I think you need to fill the clock, but filling the clock means getting this place ready to protect Skydagger from the Never. What that looks like, I think, is in a couple of ways up to you. There's other solutions that you might come up with.
Okay.
What do you do?
Okay. Let's start, I guess, by just hacking the ice off of them. I think Kayo is torn between being like, Obik is a soldier, he's very capable and can like do shit on his own, and also like, but I will keep him right next to me, nothing bad happens to him. I think trends towards the latter, because that's my baby brother. But yeah, can we like as a group see how much of the ice we can get them out of and like how badly they're damaged and like, okay, which ones are worth focusing on to fix up?
So you're just trying to like chisel them out?
Yes.
Okay. That sounds like a group wreck to me.
Wow.
Got one of that.
Do y'all have tools for that kind of thing?
I have a repair kit.
I brought a wrecking kit.
There you go.
Between those, we should be okay.
Is the wrecking kit fine?
No, I didn't. That comes with my heavy load.
Wrecking kit, mallet spikes, pry bar, axes, drills. That's literally what this is for. Excellent.
Yeah, and then the repair kit can repair doors or siege devices.
Yeah. Okay.
Can I use my naive hope here?
Yeah. To do what?
Oh no, I was looking at my sheet to see if I had anything relevant, and I saw that, and I felt the need to bring it up.
If you can make a case for it, I'll always let you use it. Okay, but yeah, that sounds like a desperate standard group wreck.
With Kayo leading?
I will. Yup.
Oh, is there anything we could do about this desperate situation?
It's fine. There's only like 4 more rolls. We're good. That's 1 success.
Damn. Okay, there's one.
There we go.
Nice.
Bowie's
Hell
doing
yeah.
something good. That's a 6.
Huh? Oh, that's 3 for me. Okay, I'll take 2 stress.
2 stress.
Kayo only has 1 wreck?
Uh-huh.
What?
Kayo's a builder. Thank you very much.
Oh, right.
I have 2 rig.
Right. Okay.
Devin, please tell me how Bowie turns it all around right here.
Let's go.
I mean, this is like a silly answer, but I feel like he's like pissed off about all this ice. It's so fucking cold, and he's just like going hard on this ice because it's pissing him off.
Nothing warms you up better than manual labor.
Yeah.
Wow. So
I think he's like a pretty fucking ripped dude. I imagine him as like just like a cool island bro. I think he's pretty strong. And he worked on a farm. So
Sure.
I imagined his like family weapon, I think is the name on the rookie sheet. Yeah. To be like a hand scythe. I think he's like used to manual labor. So I think this is the first time in this whole mission that he's like been in his element.
Awesome. Cool. The majority of these that have been encased in the ice have been freed of it and are in various states of disrepair. What do you do?
So do all of them look like they're worth fixing up?
I think most of them look that way. A couple of them are in complete disrepair.
Okay.
Most of them look seaworthy, so to speak. They're going to take some work, though.
Okay. Yes, I'm seeing that Yvan is pretty good at fixing stuff, and I kind of want to have Kayo go and like deal with the one with the roots because that's the one I'm most worried about.
Sure.
I don't like the roots.
So you have a fine repair kit, is that right?
I have a fine repair kit, yes.
You have a fine repair kit. So I'll just say they're in such a state of disrepair that it would have ordinarily been desperate limited, but the fine repair kit will let you roll it as desperate standard.
Oh, yeah.
That's very good. Okay, I'm thinking Yvan either getting help from other people or as part of a group role starts fixing up the other 3. Kayo go look at the one with the roots, possibly setting it on fire, because I don't like the roots at all.
All right. This is sort of like Obik setting up a backpack. This is why you're carrying my bedroll. Rolls out like the repair kit, all the stuff in there, rolls out the oil, starts handing stuff out.
So yeah, I think I would just say like, everyone start repairing the siege weapons that we just got out of the ice. I'm gonna go see what's up with this one with the roots.
Is this a rig for the rookies?
Sounds like either a marshal or a group rig. Yeah.
I got 1 rig.
I have 2 rig.
Who's leading this?
Yeah.
Not Obik.
I would nominate Yvan, honestly.
Obik's never gonna lead a fucking thing ever again.
Sure. Yvan can lead. All right. Desperate standard, 2d6. Yep.
Is it just me and... So wait, is Obik in this, or is Obik helping Kayo?
I think Kayo wouldn't let Obik help them right now, so I think I'm helping y'all.
Yeah.
Okay. I was just wondering if I should push myself or not. Get an extra die if we have... How many does Obik have rig?
Nope.
No.
Okay. I'm going to push myself then to get 1 more die for the pool.
Sounds good.
2 more rolls and I'll have rig.
Let's go.
All right. Desperate standard.
That's a stress.
That's
a stress.
Oh, come on.
Double 1s.
Oh,
It's all up
gosh.
to Bowie
Hope you
now.
succeed. No.
Oh.
Hard fail. I take 3 stress.
The whole thing falls off and
That's incredible.
And my new character is
No.
I cannot believe that dice math.
It
I hate
happens.
Ever the most.
That's 4 out of 6 dice were ones. Unbelievable.
Oh my
I
god.
hate Avery the most.
Obik, you head out. You and the other 2 rookies step out to start repairing one of these things. And as soon as all of your weight is there, the cliff begins to give way, and you begin to fall.
OATHSWORN is an actual play podcast created by
Devin Nelson.
Gavin Fregeau.
Kris Allison.
Matthew Guzdial.
and me, Brendan McLeod. All music for the show is created by Devin Nelson. Find it and more at devindecibel.bandcamp.com. Find a link to their music and any of the games that we've played in the podcast description. Follow us at OathSwornPod on Twitter or at oathswornpodcast.com. If you enjoyed the show, please consider sharing it with a friend or rating us 5 stars on your podcast platform of choice. Until next time.